welcome to Chamber Chats with the Castroville Area Chamber of Commerce. My name is Olivia Stone, and I am here with Dr. Kenneth Rohrbach. He is the Superintendent of Medina Valley ISD, one of the fastest growing school districts in Texas, and the reason we are here today. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
So just how fast are we growing?
We are growing at a rate that we've never seen before in this district. So we've gotten used to growing at 6 to 8% per year. This year we're up a little over 14%. Wow. So we're up well over 800 kids over the end of last year, which we build our elementary campuses to 850 students. So if we continue at this rate, we're growing basically a campus a year. We expect to maintain that over the next several years. In fact, we anticipate that in 10 years, this district, which currently has a little over 7,000 kids, will have almost 17,000 kids in 10 years.
Wow.
So we expect it to continue to grow very rapidly.
And that is due to, right now, we have 49 actively building subdivisions.
Right, 49 active subdivisions in the district, but several more coming online rapidly. As we speak. Every day we learn about new developments. We're going to need more room to put kids,
right?
Plain and simple. The high school that we currently have is built for 2,200 students. We currently have a little over 1,900 on that campus, and that high school's been added on to as many times as it can. So the only way to accommodate kids in the future is to have a second high school. Proposition A on the ballot would fund high school number 2. Middle school number 3, we currently have 2 middle schools in the district. The demographic studies show that we'll need a 3rd middle school in the very near future. Elementary number 7, a new JROTC building at Medina Valley High School. So that program has grown tremendously over the last several years. And then in every bond that we go to voters with, we put money in for land acquisition for future school sites to try to be ahead of the curve. And buying property, which is just increasing in price rapidly in the district. Then we have Proposition B for $14 million, and that would fund a football/soccer stadium at high school number 2, so that each high school would have its own stadium. If Proposition A passes, but Proposition B doesn't pass, then the teams at the second high school would have to play their varsity home games at Medina Valley High School until a solution can be found for a stadium at that campus.
And how will this affect our ever-increasing property taxes?
So the school districts collect 2 different property tax rates. We collect the maintenance and operations rate, or what we call M&O. That funds the day-to-day operations of the school. That is formula-driven. We're currently taxing as low as we can on the formula. And then we have the INS tax rate, or what we call interest and sinking, and that's a tax rate that we use to pay off debt, so to pay off bonds. Currently, we're taxing at a little over 47 cents per $100 of property valuation. There is a cap on that the state puts at 50 cents. So we're anticipating that if this bond passes, this would take us to the cap, which would increase the INS tax rate by 2.7 cents. That's taking into account moderate property value growth. Our property values across the district with new construction have been growing fairly rapidly, but we have to go pretty conservative on our estimates there. So right now we would estimate that this would take us to the 50 cents and increase taxes by a little over 2 cents.
So if approved, when can we expect the new high school?
New high school is scheduled to open in the fall of 25 should this bond pass. Planning, design would start almost immediately. The attendance zones haven't been established for that and can't be established for that until probably 6 to 9 months prior to that school opening.
And where can we go to find more information about the bonds?
You can go to our website, www.mvisd.com.
Okay.
And there's information there at the very top. There's a tab that says Bond 2022. There's a video about the bond. There is copies of the brochures that were created for the bond, and there's a copy of the slide deck that we use at community bond presentation.
So we are currently in early voting, and election day is Saturday, May 7th.
Correct.
So we want to encourage everyone to go out and vote. Final question. As a highly successful educator, is there any nugget of wisdom you would like to impart on the rest of us?
Wow, that's a tough question. I've seen education change a lot in my 30 plus years in education, but I think the thing that all of us should always keep in mind is it's about the kids and what's best for kids. And if you'll keep that in focus, everything pretty much runs well. So I think that's probably my best bit of advice.
Okay. Is there anything else you would like to add about the bonds or anything else?
I don't. Just encourage everyone to get out and vote.
Me too. Thank you so much.
You bet. Enjoyed it.